And will you just take a look, please? Crystal clear. What's up, everyone, and welcome to 10 Minute Tasting, where I take 10 minutes out of my day to tell you about a beer that I'm very excited about. Today we are tasting Beach Retreat IPA. This is a collaboration between Beachwood Brewing Company and Pizza Port Brewing Company. So, I mean, if you're a West Coast IPA lover, you couldn't pick two better breweries to collaborate on a West Coast style IPA. This is, I believe, the second year that they're brewing this beer, and I couldn't be more excited, really. You have a very fun label, very whimsical cartoon sea lion on there. This is a 7.1% West Coast style IPA. This is what Beachwood does. They do these West Coast IPAs sitting right at 7.1%, right where it needs to be. Not too much alcohol, not too little alcohol, right there where you want it. And from a malt body perspective and everything like that, 7.1% tends to be a great place to bring in a West Coast IPA. This beer was released on Thursday, yesterday, March 10th, and Beachwood did a little event over at their Long Beach taproom where they hosted a couple of the folks from Pizza Port, and they talked all about West Coast IPA. And if you didn't tune into that, definitely watch the replay. It's on the @Beachwood Brewing feed, and check out future editions of Beer Side Talks that Beachwood is hosting. I believe they're doing the next one in May, focused around barrel-aged beers. So it's going to be great. So back into Beach Retreat. Again, second year they did this, I believe. And I'm going to stop talking about it and crack it open because I'm thirsty as hell and I want to get into it. Okay, right on the pour, you get a really good understanding of what this beer is going to be. And will you just take a look, please? Crystal fucking clear. Nucleation coming up off the bottom of the glass. You can see everything, and it's got this really nice pale gold. It looks light. For a West Coast style IPA, this is on the lighter side, and from looking at the description of the beer, we know this is a heavily Pilsner malted base, and so extra pale German Pilsner malt is what's in this, and then they also have some American two-row as well to boost up that body just a little bit more, but pretty damn pale if you ask me, which I like. I think that, as we're talking about modern 2022 West Coast IPA, this is what people want. They want something on that lighter side. So really nice head sitting right on top. Let's give it a whirl on the nose. Very tropical, getting a little bit of greenery on this. Some pine, some kind of like the strawberry and the strawberry stem, that kind of leafy green on top of the strawberry. Some nice grapefruit on it too. I think that's where my mind tends to go, is like strawberry, grapefruit, and a little bit of pine and pine resin. Really, really nice aroma here. Really well balanced bouquet on the nose. This isn't like any one thing jumping right at you. Let's see. It's hopped with Strata, Citra, Simcoe, and Crystal. So it makes a ton of sense to me just because I'm really sensitive to Strata. I love that hop, and I always get really strong strawberry out of it. And then that citrus component, that grapefruit, really makes a lot of sense from what we're seeing on the hops here. And getting a little bit of that pine resin does make a lot of sense. And from a hop perspective, we are seeing Strata being kind of like that new school, keeping things modern type of thing. And then Citra, Simcoe being just your classic. It was good 10 years ago. They're great today. And then Crystal hops also being one that I think is a little bit of a, under the radar, but has been around for a while and work really, really well in West Coast IPA. I see it a lot, but you don't really have like single hop crystal beers, so I'm not super familiar with it like on its own, but in combination, I feel like it does a really, really good job to round things out. So I'm thirsty as hell, man. I want to take a swig of this. Let's do it. Wow. Really, really nice. This is, I gotta say, this is the perfect 3:30 p.m. beer. It's light, it's bright, it doesn't drink heavy, it doesn't drink sweet, it's not overly bitter. This has some subtlety to it. I would say that in terms of Beachwood West Coast IPAs and even Pizza Port West Coast IPAs, I feel like they tend to punch a little harder on most of their flagship beers. This is one that I think has a little bit of delicate balance to it, which I appreciate. I really like that. Yeah, that malt bill just keeps things really, really light. Yeah, there's really not much to say about it. There's like a little bit of like biscuity breadiness on it, and it shines through. Like you get, I don't know, in certain West Coast IPAs, I think in a lot of West Coast IPAs, the hop profile is so loud that you're not getting a ton of malt character. And in this beer, I feel like you're getting a little malt character shine through, which is nice. Again, a little bit of bitterness, but not over the top here. Really just kind of providing it some nice like base and structure. You have a little bit of that strawberry, kind of like, yeah, kind of like a gummy bear Jolly Rancher-esque, but not, that's not over the top. Like that's kind of, it's there, but it's like, it's subtle. There is a little bit of that pine resin on it as well. And there's definitely citrus. I would say grapefruit flesh, a little bit of orange peel and lemon peel. That's the kind of like rounded citrus that I get off of this. You could call it juicy, but it's dry. You could call it tropical, but it's still got that kind of like piney dankness to it that keeps it from going too tropical. It's pretty nice. I really like this beer a lot. I think it fits in really well with the Beachwood offering. I think it fits in really well with the Pizza Port offering. It gives you, some really nice influence from both of those collaborating breweries. I think that it straddles the line. Honestly, I think it leans a little bit more new school, modern West Coast IPA than anything old school, but it has a little bit of these ties to old school kind of West Coast, traditional West Coast IPA, where this isn't a tropical fruit bomb. Even though I mentioned some of those characteristics, it's not this like just massive fruity beer that I feel like, fortunately or unfortunately, I mean, I think there's a time and a place for everything. But a lot of West Coast IPAs do tend to get a little bit more kind of like fruity these days. And I like that this gives you some of that, but pulls back. It's restrained. It's not over the top. Really nice stuff. I really like what Beachwood and Pizza Port put out here, and why wouldn't I? I mean, they have an amazing track record, both of them, with this style, and I know that they already have this like deep friendship and relationship between the people at the brewery, so why wouldn't they collaborate and put out something amazing? Really glad they put this out for year 2, and I'm honestly continuing to look forward to what they collaborate on in the future, because I think that no matter what it is, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be pushing the envelope of what you expect versus what you might want. And it's going to be delicious no matter what it is. So really good stuff from Beachwood and Pizza Port Brewing Company. This is Beach Retreat West Coast IPA. I know that cans are out now. You can hit up Beachwood to grab them. They're also going into distro too, so look out for these cans out at your local bottle shop in your neighborhood. And drink more Beachwood, drink more Pizza Port. The world needs more of it, and we're going to enjoy it. Cheers.